Alright, yet another session of Caution Under Fire. Going to try and pound out a couple videos on this weekend, so you'll see a few of these coming up. Today we are reviewing the Ruger 2245. Probably one of my favorite 22 handguns. This one's been chamber checked. They all get chamber checked before they go on the show. But, moreover, not only this gun, but I have the new Ruger 2245 Lite. And I justify it with putting a heavy, big old red dot on there. It was just a fun little idea because I had a spare sight sitting around and I wanted to get something that had really quick target acquisition. The sight I've used before on a couple of my other guns. You've seen it on my MP 1522 video. It is a BSA RGB red, green, blue dot, which I'm a fan of, as you can see. It has been sighted in. I need to get it a little bit more accurate, but it's probably within about a 3-inch grouping, which isn't too bad for what it is. So, anyway, quick target acquisition with that. I'm going to do the gun in general first, and then I'll probably review this one straight. But the 2245, I find that most 22 handguns that look like a handgun actually don't function nearly as well. They tend to have some feed issues. You have to use more expensive ammo. There's just all sorts of problems. This one's an older model. We bought it at a gun show because my wife was... And I'm going to throw this out there. If your spouse or anybody you know wants to start shooting, start them on a 22 if they've never been before. Because truly, anything bigger is going to give them a little bit of a startle, and that could be problematic. First firearm my wife shot was a 9mm Sig Sauer 228. It's one of my favorite guns. I'll probably do a review on that later. Freaked her out. Just the noise, the kickback, the recoil. She's just like, I'm done. I don't want to do this. So I started her shooting the 22s after a while when she was willing to try again, and she really liked it. So we picked her up this gun at a gun show for a really good price. It was something like $200, $210, something like that. Anyway, that's your action right there if you've never seen one. Kind of an interesting little guy. It's the 2245 because the button placement is supposed to mimic the 1911 45s. I can see that, and at the same time I think it's stupid and BS, but whatever. Yes, it's in the similar places, but it really does not have the same feel. Supposedly it sports the same grip angle and all that, but good for them. If you're into that, great. Personally, I don't really see it. The gun is what it is, and I like it for what it is, but if it's to try to mimic functionality of a 1911 at less costs, I don't agree with that, but whatever. Anyway, so your slide release is right here. Safety, mag release. These models generally come with two 10-round magazines. I'm a big fan of the bull barrel. It helps with the recoil, and I think it does increase your accuracy personally. The gun itself fires just the cheapest stuff you can get your hands on and has very, very few errors. And when it does have errors, it's usually not the gun, it is the ammunition, like misfire or low powder count, so it just basically doesn't have enough oomph to kick out the casing. But overall, the stovepipes, the improper feeds, all that, not an issue. Now, this gun, same ideas. It's actually got the same grip angle. This one actually is 1911 grips that you can remove and switch out yourself, which is kind of slick if you're into that. It does have a threaded barrel, so I can pop this off and put on my suppressor, which will be here hopefully soon. I've already paid for it. I just have to wait for the paperwork to clear. Does have some sights already on it, but I went ahead and put the rail on, and then, like I said, the dot, which is really, really fun. Quick target acquisition. Fires like a champ. Out of the box, it did need some lubrication, and it's still in the break-in period, but it's done very, very well, all things considered. Did come with two 10-round magazines. Really great guns, though. I would highly suggest if you're looking for a 22 and looks aren't the huge thing, go for a 2245. The light model is actually kind of hard to get a hold of. This gun itself is very, very lightweight. This is actually an aluminum top upper piece right here, and then the barrel is stainless, and it's actually pinned in with a bolt up in the front here. There's no reason to ever remove it, so I would never do that. But that does offer the possibility. So, as you can see, it's clean in the chamber, but I'm going to point this at the camera, not myself. I am leaning to the side, so it's not actually pointed at me. But you can see the barrel is stainless in there. but it's a nice little gun. I like them a lot. Very accurate, very reliable. So, you know, like I said, if you're looking for a 22 that's going to give you everything you want, the 2245 is an outstanding firearm. My wife did eventually graduate from this, and now we've got her a nicer, bigger 9mm handgun, and she actually has a concealed carry permit, so that's great. One downside with this gun, the cleaning on them is kind of a nuisance. You actually have to pull out this this, I think it's their mainspring housing, I don't remember what they call it. But basically this piece here, you pull out this pin, drop that out, pull it out, you pull out the slide, pop off the barrel. But then there's like 16 steps to put it all back together. This and this are actually two different reassembly instructions. This one has about 3-4 more steps than this gun does. So while I've got this one down pat without needing the instruction manual, I still have to use the instruction manual on this one. Cost is fairly comparable to a lot of the other brands that are out there. The field strip cleaning, like we said, kind of a nuisance. You can get quite a few accessories, especially if you have something like this where you can get the rail piece and the suppressor. But there's not a whole lot of things you can change out there like an AR-15. Value, I definitely say it's worth the money. These run around $370. You can get some of the lower end models for around the low $3s, maybe the high $2s, depending on where you're sporting at. Amazing track record. Both, you know, the 2245s have been doing very, very well for a long time. Overall, great buy. I would highly suggest picking one of these up if you are looking at getting a good plinker that's going to give you accuracy, comfort, and reliability. And then, you know, you can always throw on a dot if it makes you feel good about yourself. I enjoy them. Like I said, they're kind of fun looking and makes it easier for target acquisition. So, yes, the Ruger 2245 or the 2245 Lite. Great guns. Highly suggest it. If you're in the market, go ahead and pick one up. These will not leave you wanting. Like I said, if you're looking for a 2245 that's functional, accurate, and just fun and reliable, then this is the one for you. Thanks again. Caution under fire out.